I can see her lying back.
3, 2, 1. Breaking news. Legendary Canadian folk singer, icon Gordon Lightfoot has passed away at the age of 84. It is coming in right now, everybody. I am Stefan. We're going to talk about Gordon Lightfoot, the music he has given us. Make sure you put your favorite songs down below. Alrighty, it's all coming up next. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back, everybody. You're on Artist on Record, and right now we lost a legend. Gordon Lightfoot has passed away, and it's all coming in right now. If you're looking online, you could see all the top stories. Gordon Lightfoot, Canadian folk singer, dies at 84. And from Variety, the CBC to AP News, Canadian folk singer Gordon Lightfoot died at the age of 84 years old. Man, what can you say on this one, everybody? The music, something else. Let me see some of the comments in here. And if it is your first time here, do me a favor, subscribe so you could check out some great stories with your favorite rock stars, classic rock and roll stories, and also hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss any other episodes. And I'm stepping over myself right now, and to be totally honest, this one just came out of left field. I was actually driving in my car. A buddy of mine just texted me this. Do you hear what happened? Gordon Lightfoot had passed away. And the music, it was just, I grew up with him. I'm sure you did too. It's definitely sad. It's definitely sad. Good to see everybody in the chat. Ray, such a loss, Canadian musician. Yes. And also we just lost two Bachman brothers recently. So it's sad. It's a sad day, and such a loss. Absolutely. Big loss. Really here. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Okay, let me go right here to the story, and let's talk about it a little bit here. And put your comments down below. What's your favorite Gordon Lightfoot song as well? You remember this album right here? We'll play some of the tracks right here. One of my favorite songs, and I'm sure, you can't go wrong over here, is this one right here. If you could read my mind. Great song. Beautiful.
If you could
What a beautiful song. Okay, we're right here. We're going to talk about Gordon and the music that he's given us and his legacy. He was born November 17th, 1938, and passed away today, May 1st, 2023. Cause of death is not released yet. It looks over here from the reports. Gordon Lightfoot's publicist has spoken, given a little the name Victoria Lord. His publicist did not say why or cause of death, why he was getting any medical treatment or release cause of death. Gordon, best known for his hit "If You Could Read My Mind," beautiful song, passed away Monday evening in Toronto, where he's been hospitalized. Like I said, they didn't give a reason what was going on with the folk singer and songwriter. Became a Canadian national treasure with hits from the 70s, Read My Mind, Sundown. And Lightfoot had a 4-time Grammy nominee, and he has been inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, as well as the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. Put some pictures up here for you guys as well. More over here, chatting about him. He had a rep for being a fitness nut, and he had remained active on the road, touring the U.S. and Canada for years before the COVID-19 pandemic forced him to take a break. In fact, he was still touring earlier this year until an announcement just a few weeks ago that he was canceling all remaining dates due to an unannounced health-related issue. Gordon survived by 6 children and his wife, Kim, to whom he's been married since 2014. Age at 84 years old. You have Stephen King even made a post right here, the legendary author. Gordon Lightfoot has died. He was a great songwriter and wonderful performer. Sundown. You better take care if I catch you creeping around my back stairs. Sundown right here. That's the song that he's referencing to. Yep. Wonderful. Let me see some of your comments down here, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys being here. And let's see. JD, May 1st, the 1st of May by the Bee Gees. Yeah. Is a day I always remembered for now. Now I have to think of Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah. Yeah. JD's agreeing with Sundown as well. Good to see you here. And definitely great to see you guys here. And picture is unrecognizable. Absolutely. Ken Wright, I cannot sleep tonight. All righty. And a great artist indeed. Absolutely. Yeah, post up your comments. I'll make sure we talk about that as well. And always good to see you guys here in the chat. And definitely wacky, this one out of left field that came over here. Right here. Yeah, a lot of stories we could talk about with him. If you could read my mind, was released 1970. Sundown was 1974. You can't forget Carefree Highway from 1974 as well. Rainy Day People, 1975. And The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, 76. It's so many hits. So many. Several of Lightfoot's albums achieved gold and multi-platinum. And his songs actually have been recorded by such artists as Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams Jr., the Kingston Trio, Jerry Lee Lewis, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Judy Collins, Barbra Streisand, Johnny Mathis, Glenn Campbell, Gene Clark, Jimmy Buffett, Jim Croce. Now, the Guess Who recorded a song called Lightfoot on their 1968 album, Wheatfield Soul, and the lyrics contain many of Lightfoot's song titles. And Robbie Robinson of the band described Gordon as a national treasure. Bob Dylan, also a Lightfoot fan, called him one of his favorite songwriters and said, I can't think of any Gordon Lightfoot song I don't like. Every time I hear a song of his, it's like I wish it would last forever. Lightfoot became a mentor for a long time. I think he probably still is to this day. Pretty wild. That's a big compliment from a man from like Bob Dylan. And if you're tuning in right now, everybody, Gordon Lightfoot has passed away at the age of 84 years old. And it's always good to see people in the chat here. Thank you very much. Check his music out. Definitely, you'll love it. Actually, not too long ago, I was doing a thing on the show here when I was going more often live. And I was doing a thing, but the YouTube gods, they don't let you play full songs, unfortunately, and they only could do 4 seconds. But I was going over all the great songs of Gordon Lightfoot. I even remember the movie Wonderland, I think it was, and it was a movie with Val Kilmer, and the ending track was "If You Could Read My Mind." And I totally forgot about the song when I was sitting in the movie theater seeing this, and some whenever it came out. And I remember that track came in the theater. I said, "What a great song! How could you be so stupid to forget how great that song?" And I was going down Gordon's records, and every song is good. Check this out really quick here. This is the album, If You Could Read My Mind, 1970. And I'm going to play you like 4 seconds of each song. And there's not even one bad track on here. Not one bad track. Steven, good to see you. Oh, no. I wish I could say the same, my man. Oh, no. Tara, that movie, it was a killer soundtrack. I think it was... you had Bad Company in it, I think, right? Paul Rogers. It was a good soundtrack. The Cars, I believe, actually had the soundtrack, the Wonderland soundtrack. And Jimmy James, breaks my heart. I loved his voice. May you rest in peace. And I love seeing you guys' comments in here. Really, you guys make the show, and it's a good way to just your memories of any of his music. Put it here. It's a good tribute. But check this out really quick. Right here, I want to do 4 seconds. So cool. I know, I'm going to do 4. He even did his version of Me and Bobby McGee right here. If I could play it for you. Get a little bit more. I want to get to his voice for you guys too. This is awesome. Thank you, man. Jimmy, thank you. I wish I could play more music of his, but unfortunately the YouTube guys, they'll strike you. JD, he and Jim Croce, yeah, absolutely. Jim Croce, another great one. Yeah. Let's see. Wish we can turn the clock back to the. You know what? The 70s, my man, it was the best music. It really was. Such a variety, such a sound. Even when I had John Sebastian on the show, I did it when I first started the show, and please check out that interview. It's such a shame it didn't get many views, and I do these news reports and they'll get so many views, but while these artists are still alive and here with us, check it out. John Sebastian was so humble and such a great guy, and I did 2 separate interviews with him, and I put some of them on YouTube. He talks about writing Welcome Back, Carter, the theme song, how he beat out Dion from Dion and the Belmonts, and just the stories and what rock and roll troubadours they were. I mean, John Sebastian, after the Lovin' Spoonful, he just went with a guitar, went to Woodstock, and just rocked it. One man and a guitar. And these stories, people like Gordon Lightfoot, they're just so incredible.
Share the secrets of my soul.
What a tone in the voice. You can't disregard that. Here's another one, Approaching Lavender. Great one. Saturday Close was a good one too. His guitar playing.
Like to spend an afternoon.
And here's Saturday's Close. How cool is that guitar tone? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Come on, Steven. I saw him live for a few years ago in Staten Island. Wow, I remember him having a higher pitch voice than I remembered from the records. I tried to get Gordon on the show too. I wrote to him many times, but I didn't get no response. I wrote to his publicist. I've had like 10 emails I've been sending to him. Croce died, Steve, way too young. Way too young.
Going home. I feel a little sad to watch them leave.
What a great melody. Great. Beautiful.
Because I don't believe.
I love his tone, his presentation, the way he delivers those lyrics.
I can still put
Great. Let's take some pictures over here of him right here. I'll put up here.
everyone.
Incredible guy. Incredible songwriter. Incredible performer.
Goodbye. Island goodbye.
Well, right now, if you're tuning in, this is the sad news. The legend has passed away at the age of 84 years old. And terrible. Right here, I'll put some of your comments up here.
Island.
So if you live on or around the Great Lakes, he is a true legend. Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely. True legend. Let's see right here. Stephen, you have to see these people while you can. Absolutely, Stephen. You really do, man.
Together.
Yeah, you definitely have to see these people while they are still here. And a big influence on a lot of people. It just, the whole thing. As a teenager, Lightfoot learned piano and taught himself to play drums, percussions. He held concerts. Resort area. Where's that? Am I saying it wrong? Moose. Can anybody say that? Muska. I'm from Brooklyn, you know, so I'll say the words wrong. But you know what? He's self-taught. He taught himself how to play. And it's pretty incredible when you think about it. He moved to California in 1958 to study jazz for 2 years at Hollywood's Westlake College of Music. I didn't know that about him. Pretty wild. Well, anyway, I am Stefan. Thank you guys for being here. And if you have any facts right here about him, a true legend, a legend next to Elvis Presley. Absolutely. I was sad to hear this as well. And it just popped up. It threw me off. And I tried to put some pictures up here really quick for you guys to remember him instead of looking at me because we're talking about him. But look at that great photograph of him. The attitude, the vibe. You know, we all get old. And this is something, you know, as we lose the people who brought the great music to us, it makes you really think about the life we're living and how true we are to ourselves. And people like this were very true to themselves with the music they brought us. So you know what? If there's somebody you're close to, and if your parents are still here, give them a hug, give them a call. Somebody you're angry with, life's too short to be angry. So make up, hug, love, and you know what? That's what it's all about. I'm Stefan. Really great to see you guys here. And I don't know the details of his death. Unfortunately, I can't tell you anything else much more about just what I am getting in here right now. But over here, like I said, Elvis had covered his songs, Bob Dylan, Chad and Jeremy, the Clancy brothers, Johnny Mann singers. Judy Collins did Early Morning Rain, I believe. Did she do that? No, Marty Robbins did Ribbons of Darkness. And then Leroy Van Dyke did I'm Not Saying. Judy Collins did Early Morning Rain. And Richie Havens, another one. And Spider Turner, I Can't Make It Anymore. And the Kingston Trio did Early Morning Rain as well. They all achieved success on the charts with his material. So pretty wild over here. Great stuff. And let's see. He was 84 years old. Probably died of old age. Yeah. Well, yeah, he did die of old age, Jimmy James. So it's very sad and shocking. You know what? I appreciate you all being here. Condolences to the family, Robert. It's absolutely. Big condolences to the family. That's right. Richie Havens, I know he had a hit with Misty in 75. Yep, definitely. You're right. Yeah, I'm like ad-libbing a lot of things over here about him, and I hope I'm not missing anything wrong or saying anything wrong. But you know what? The bottom line is the music will live on forever. Like I said, this album, not a bad song on here. This one, Sit Down, Young Stranger. And of course, the major hit, If You Could Read My Mind. Major song. Everybody, thank you for all being here. I am Stefan. Make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up. And hate to give the breaking news, sad breaking news. We lost another legend, but his music will live on forever. Make sure you play some good music while you're hanging around the house. Could sip some tea, some coffee at night. Listen to this great guy. Beautiful. You know? How many memories you have with this music playing in your life? If you have any, put them in the comments, put them in the chat. And when the show ends, let me know your memories of one of his songs. This one. As long as I'm a ghost. It's an era. It always brings back the year, the memories with your family and your loved ones. It's great music. And great music lasts forever. Everybody, thank you all for being here. And Gordon, thank you for the music. That's right, JD. And yeah, Steven, you're right on that. I think you're right. Yep, the Dead. They did do it in concert. You're totally right. All righty. He was turned right up till 3 weeks ago. He stopped because he got sick, Will, on that one. If it is your first time here, everybody in the chat, if you have not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe and share this out. Check out our other playlists and make sure you hit that bell to be notified when we pop on. And we are doing a lot of full interviews with a lot of cool people in Patreon where I speak with them for either an hour, 2 hours or more. I do them live with you and not edited. It's just raw and unfiltered. It's a lot of fun. Right now, I was actually in the middle of editing. I have a couple. I have Mark Foreigner, which we're going to talk about him, talking about does he want to go back to Grand Funk Railroad, or would he go back, or would they go back, or would they not? And he would, or he, or they, or what? We're going to be putting that up there. I also have Joe Lynn Turner, and all these episodes in our VIP All Access live Patreon backstage. You get to hang out with me, you get to ask them questions. Joe Lynn Turner, you might remember him from Rainbow. I mean, he had to step in Ronnie James Dio's shoes. Deep Purple, great singer. He has a new album out, and we talked about that and much more. Belly of the Beast. We talked about, books, the things that are not important and what's important today. Really nice guy. Also, unedited, we had Elvis's stepbrother, Billy, wonderful cat. I put an interview that he did, that I did with him, and he didn't know that I knew somebody from a band that Elvis actually dug their music. Really cool stuff. But hey, you know what? If you can't be there, one thing I ask, share this out. Let's make a community here with the people who love rock and roll. You know what? That's what it's about. All righty, everybody. Hey, Steven, thank you for, writing to us in the chat. Thank you all for writing in the chat. Kathy just got here. Hi, Kathy. I am heartbroken. No one could write a tale and put so much into words and evoke so much emotion. You're absolutely right. His voice was like smooth whiskey
I could feel this way.
and honey with a bit of deep echo. His death hits me so hard. Kathy, you said it great. I can't say it better than that. Steven, always great to see you here, my man, in the chat. And I thank you all for being here. I'm going to get back to editing these episodes I'll be uploading for you guys out there. And I hope you enjoy this channel because it means a lot when you guys are here. Everybody else, until then, remember, who loves you, baby? We do. And Gordon, our condolences to you, the fans, to your family, of course, and you, my friend, thank you for the good music you have given us. True legend. Until then, everybody, we will see you all later. Remember, who loves you, baby? We do. Good night.